Looks like the downside of me not fixing the bridges, I need to go through the water. Which is where this fight's gonna happen. Hey buddy, hey little drowny. Who's a drowner? Drip, drip, drip. A low rumble echoed in the distance. The sky opened. The rain began to fall. Helms, shields, and plates rattled noisily against heavy raindrops. The soldiers walked along a narrow path, taking care not to slip, and often cursing their miserable lot. But they all quickly fell silent when, at the fore of the march, a scout stopped suddenly in his tracks. Over the loud roar and patter of rain, he had heard something that chilled his blood. It's a foglet, it's not that big of a deal. I just figure that in the spectrum of shit we deal with, a foglet is not exactly a nightmare. That is way too many slingers and not enough things to do interesting things. Huh. Oh. Huh. Hey, drummer. No. Bad. No. Bad dog. Also the strays. Or bad dogs. Gascon in my starting hand. Ew. And another slinger. Alright. For Gascon, I at least want to get drum in like a later round, which maybe the drummers will. I only got one drummer. Oh. Probably gonna want to undilute my deck a bit. I'm not drawing my card drawers that I'd like to have. Water Hag. Man, do the graphic novels like this character, this creature. Like heavy use from graphic novel to graphic novel. Or comic to comic, whatever. In particular, something odd that I found is that they almost can't get past women being magical in the graphic novels. Like, first of all, the monster or villain or creature that's at the core of the stories in all three of them is a woman in all three cases. But also, in particular, the first one, on top of having a mystic woman monster, has a bunch of, almost every monster is a female monster. They have oh, what are they called? I don't have that. I'm not remembering it right now. They have the female vampire that looks like kind of like a regular woman but naked, and is just very aggressive and screams and whatnot. They have a water hag. They have the main villain. Second one has like a fox lady that's the villain, but also the one female there is an elf. And then the next one is a little lighter on that, but still they are there to hunt a woman who they think is a particular type of woman monster. And also Yen is there, who herself is a mage. And I'm just like, huh. You don't really just come across a lot of regular women that much. There's a few of them in the third book, and that's about it between the three of them. They've all got to be crazy monsters, because women are incomprehensible, which is an actual thing that the books keep saying. This idea of being confused by women. And somebody in Discord said that there's a correlation between writing fantasy literature and being confounded by women. And I'm like, oh no. Move 2 enemies to the row opposite this unit and apply torrential rain. 2 damage. Oh, damage 2 random enemies by 1. I haven't seen torrential rain very much. Seen a lot of ugly critters in my life. Morays, lampreys, blobfish, but never nothing like this. What do you do, Foglet? Every 4 turns and turn start, destroy the lowest units, then damage a random enemy by the power of the destroyed units. Oh, shit. So whoever's weakest regardless of team, although I think Foglets tend to summon a lot of weak Foglets, so I think that might be what happens. Many primal fears lurk in the hearts of men. The fear of the mist is well founded. And this is a real battle, so whatever I play, I'm gonna draw 3 more later, potentially. Gotta make that choice again. Let's do Grey Rider and Ale to start things off. Getting that damage out. When does that effect happen? Move 2 enemies to the row opposite this unit and apply torrential rain. When? I can't be the only one that notices this game has like inconsistent language on its cards, right? Is this a deploy action? Is it an order? Like, whenever this happens, they say, it says like after 2 turns or something like that to say after it's played, but no, it just says move 2 enemies to the opposite row and apply torrential rain. And it has no description of when that's supposed to happen. It just says that she does that, but that's not how the descriptions of cards work in Witcher or in Gwent. You can't just say that in a vacuum. This guy just keeps siphoning 1. It's not the biggest deal ever.
Naturally.
Does that make him a booze hound? If he's consuming all the ale? Really? Drain all the enemies in a row, and you picked that one and not that one? Why? 3 versus 1, dummy. You kind of wasted that card. Weird. Could go for the weaken. Okay, it won't be that much of a weaken. I can boost my guys by it, I guess. Makes more sense. Owie. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's dead now. Okay. Hey now, calm down. Okay, I guess I can't boost them at all. Well, now I can technically boost them by 1. Man, every time I said that sentence, the answer changed again. I'm gonna damage you by 8. And you by 6. Ta-da! I did it. I think I want to save the fire for later. Maybe even the drummers.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Ever had a storm will knock out one of your teeth? Asked. Interesting. I'll take it. And I honestly didn't have to fight that hard for that one. The numbers were simply well managed. Ooh. Ooh, more fire. Oh no. Oh no, I've got bad news for you. I've got so much fire, and my drummers have woken up.
This could hurt.
Alright, let's have a replay. Oh god. Alpha Garcane. If in hand, deck, or battlefield, boosts off by one of an enemy takes damage. Oh. Every pack needs a leader. So he's been slowly charging up in the background. I see.
Watch your heads.
We'll see about that. We'll work on him. There it is. Alright, well that answers that question. It's supposed to be a deploy ability, and they just forgot to call it a deploy ability, I guess. It's the best I can think of. Seems about right. Let's prep the drummers. I want the drummers to get their... No. That was his ability. Shit. The drummer was tied with the dog. They killed the dog. They ate my dog. I don't like that feeling. Stop that.
Right, left, right.
I generally wanted to use my drummers first before I use this because they get an extra draw if they draw a blitz unit, so I don't want to siphon the blitz units from my deck. That's just a bad idea. Move an enemy to the other row and damage it by 3. Alright. This is not going amazingly. Hey, there you go. We can pick a target and start pecking away. Hey, another drummer. Why, thank you.
Again.
Hopefully I get a chance to summon before He actually gets a chance to attack. Hoping for the best here. They're all in the red. I'm trying to get everyone red before I use Northern Wind. The fire should help. I hope. I don't like that. Every time he does that, he's opening himself up to the ability to grab my drummers.
What you want?
Let's do my summons now. Alright, Arbalest first. Not red yet. War Wagon.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Come on, get red. Yeah, he's red. This is gonna hurt. You better make your cards count. Any advantage you had a moment ago is really seeping away. Stop that. Stop grabbing my dude. Oh wait, he's still gonna attack every turn, isn't he? Yeah. He'll still be picking new targets. I think. I would like you to be red now.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
They're damaged by 4. Let's just go after the strongest ones. There we go. Any ties? Kind of. There's these 3s, but they'll get killed by the bomb. So it's kind of a waste. I mean, you're the only one that'll survive the bomb besides maybe my ally. Well, he went and ate his own dude. At least their guys are the weakest this time. Although I would have liked these guys to get eaten because then attacks happen. One of the many upsides of the light infantry is defense against that kind of action. The semi-brutal card punishes you just for having a bunch of units, basically. Can't do much about that guy in his current status, I don't think. Yeah, the Warhorn won't make the difference up. Oh, the Warhorn plus the fire? No. He has to lose 7 damage. Still, Warhorn could protect my units from being grabbed if they go green, which they all did. The fire comes next. Oh boy, there won't be a lot of people left to blow up at this rate. One of my own units, basically. He has one more card than I do. He's calculating. Look at that frame rate. Anyone else have this happen, where the game just has to sit and think for a while? I can't attack, right? No. Just trying to see if there's any tricks that could fix the current situation. We win. Unless he has 2 really bullshit cards to throw out there. Nope. Oh, look at him writhe. Well, yeah, you dove into the fire, dude. That wasn't very smart. Getcha. Who doesn't like going through a nightmare trip? Hey, it's the plant creatures. Have those shown up yet in this game? That's neat. I don't think I've seen one of you in Thronebreaker yet. Maybe I have. Abandoned outpost. 1 week, all it took for the Nilfgaardians to wrest Angren from Tamaria. The Blackclads quickly learned, however, that they mustn't rest on their laurels. Their true enemy were not the Nordlings, who had supposedly ruled the land, but the beasts who dwelled within. It is they who taught the Nilfgaardians early on that it's best not to venture too deeply into the swamps. Eliminate all Arche spores without letting any allies die. Let's see what the surprise mechanics are. Don't let any allies die. Every turn on turn end, if this unit's power is even, move 1 row towards the opponent and damage the lowest unit on the battlefield by 1. If you've not a burning torch in your hand, you'd best not get too close. If this unit's power is even, move 1 row towards the opponent and damage the lowest unit on the battlefield. How do you move 1 row towards the opponent? Aren't I the opponent? I'm down. They're already here at the bottom. They're counting these as being my cards, essentially, and it's moving towards the enemy area. It's just weird language. Let's boost somebody by 10. Damage unit. Yep. All the standard features. Okay. Damage the lowest unit on the battlefield by 1. Doesn't that mean they'll attack each other? Basically. What? You attacked me, not yourself. That wasn't very nice. Will they go eat each? Will they eat each other now? What? What? Damage the lowest unit on the battlefield by 1. You guys are the lowest units on the battlefield. The card text does not accurately describe what cards do in this game. It's really a bummer. You just have to trial and error find out the hard way, because that's not what that means. It doesn't even say lowest opponent, it says lowest unit on the battlefield. I can maybe see not damaging yourself, but now they're both level, they're both 2. So they should be damaging each other. Hmm.
One bullet's all I need.
Did reaching the end make him die? Wait, do they just die if they go too far? Weird.
Give me a time. Arbalist to your command.
Huh. Honestly, I don't think that was even a good level. On top of not matching the card text, it just wasn't really a puzzle. I just attacked them every turn, and then, oh no, he's gonna die. Heal him with the fortitude. That was the one. That was the one little detail. That wasn't just me attacking over and over again. And Nordlingen Fornclaw. Quickly. Quickly. It's actually spelled that way. Veloy. At is Nordling. At itse Nordling. Vakalm Nordling. Away, begone. Away, begone. Oh. Alright, so quickly, at ease, begone, behind me, no passage. So on the right is Nilfgaardian. On the left is, well, for our purposes, English, but North language, common, whatever you want to call it. And then here in the middle is this spelled phonetically the way that they use letters. That's what the 3 stages are. That's an interesting little detail. That's neat. But yeah, I don't think that was even a good level, just overall. Just because of the fact that it, like, there wasn't really a riddle to solve. There wasn't really a puzzle. I just attacked him over and over again. But also it was poorly explained because it contradicted the card text. And cards having really specific text is like the point. It's a card game. The rules have to be clear. I've played a lot of card games. The broken bridge. The bridge connecting to the two banks of the backwater had rotted through, forcing the Lyrians to circumvent it. The Katakan, who prowled the area, knew well of the bridge's condition and, for this reason, hid just off the beaten path, crouching in the thicket it waited patiently, licking its fangs in anticipation. A lot of vampires. Also a lot of... We're getting this area is kind of populated by random encounters, isn't it? Not literally random encounters, but the equivalent. We're fighting random monsters in not story important fights, and they're kind of prefab 3-round normal Gwent matches. Just unexpected because I'm not used to that being what the content's like. Got a drummer, got cavalry. I don't know why I said that. I don't want the cavalry that much. Got a drummer and a bomber. That's good. Hey, Grey Rider. I don't need... Okay, come on, man. Okay, so I drew every single cavalry in a row. Odo. That's interesting. War Wagon's not amazing. Yeah. He's always here for fun. Blood Drunk Katakan. Whenever a vampire is played, boosted by 2. The usual. But yeah, the last time I played a card game that had card text that was ambiguous this often was probably Munchkin, and Munchkin literally has a rule, and it's in the book that says, if you're ever unsure about the rules of this game, argue about them. Because it wants you to argue about the rules. The game's set up with the idea in mind that you'll that the rules are kind of malleable. Because it's a silly party game, more or less. Like they deliberately have cards in that game that counteract the effects of other cards, like the very rules that they run on. And the game also has an entire expansion about cheating that lets you cheat and break the rules. Do I want to do any of my summoning this round, or do I want to hold them all off until next time?
Got any medals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Getting some boost there. There's a death wish.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
There's some damage. He's gonna have some trouble catching up. A little tempted to... Oh, okay, never mind. I was literally good. I was thinking it again. I'm like, I'm tempted to pass because it would cost him a lot to catch up with me. But then he passed. So he was thinking the same thing about how catching up with that gap's not gonna work. He knew. I always want to use my strategy. I can't forget it, even though I played Witcher years ago. I just always think of the strategy of wanting to pass in round 2 just because I have a lead, just so they have to play something just to give me a card advantage. But I'll just be discarding cards, and that sucks. I don't want to discard my cards. So you already have 15. That's nice. I guess I'll start with my drummer. He can't... My drummer's not damaged, so he can't steal him yet. So I might as well get started with that. I want to at least have people to bomb with my bomber, because he'll just play them in the other row otherwise. But I would hope that the drummer will draw another bomber just so I can burn both rows and they don't have a safe spot. Oh no. Plumard. Spawn 2 copies of this unit. Every turn on turn start, drain a random enemy by 1. One on its own poses no great threat. A dozen means certain death. Plumard. I don't think I've seen one of these before in a Witcher game. What's up with that, though? Spawn 2 copies. 8 power. 2 power. Why are the copies weaker? Just more card text that doesn't... That's not accurate, I guess. Just because... Like, it probably should say spawn 2 lesser Plumard. And that'd be another card called the lesser Plumard that is 2 power. Instead it says spawn 2 copies. Which... Heh. They all have the same passive though, so they're gonna drain 3 per turn. Okay. What are we doing? That's tempting. Not effective right now. Potentially interesting, but potentially useless. Pretty useful, especially since I have 2 of these. Ooh.
Give me a time.
Not amazing, I guess. Might as well take one of them out. Ooh, another drummer.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Army's a waste of time for one like me, says my favorite unit. Like, I don't strongly agree with that take you've got there, sir.
This could hurt.
You might even say I would like you to take that back. That take. Oh wow, that just got him. Cool. Thanks, loyalty guy. Good shot, buddy. Oh my god, really?
Get it to work.
Oh, we're gonna fill this board up right now. Make somebody match me. I guess this guy, for starters. Ooh, fire. Hip hip hooray. Oh, still can have I have another one of these still. We're gonna want to attack.
You should have been that.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Minor damage on bomber, not a big deal. Got him before the multiplier went anywhere. God, I'm gonna have a full board, aren't I?
What you looking at?
Shit, really? No. I didn't
I'll
think.
relieve you of that pouch. Got a death wish?
Get him. No? Really? The armor, I guess. I have to attack? Yeah. Downside of procedural summons. Oh no, another bomber.
Catch!
Oh, I should not have kept going. Oh wait, you're at least your orders, so I can put that off. I should have held off on summoning more when they ran out of units. I shouldn't have kept going, because there's nobody to use them on. God, my board's almost full. This is a little out of hand. Let's see. Let's make you as strong as me. Other candidates are pretty small. I can make you go down by 2, or I can make other people go up by like 2. Might wait until somebody takes some damage first. Whee! That's fun. It's nice that you're in order now. Isbel. That's a good one.
So much anger and suffering.
There we go.
What?
Now she's less vulnerable. That's a versatile card. God, I summoned way too many things. Please attack me, I dare you. You have so many cards to play with. Please attack me. I'm actually kind of in a bad spot here. I have so many units that I get to worry about the idea of like, what if... Let's see. Back row is full. Front row can fit 1 guy. Well, all I have is these guys. Or at least this guy can... That guy gets to pluck away. The concern here is that if I run out of spaces and have to stop, then he can use his 6 remaining cards to keep attacking my deck while I potentially have passed. I didn't really think that through fully though, because these are 2 cards I can play. So I at least have 2 more turns of actions based on that. 25 damage. That's too much damage, isn't it? Too much damage by one, but in particular, the Stray's cavalry will stop attacking people, I think. It marks a new target whenever it kills something, but I think if they run out of units, then it just sits there and does nothing. I think. So I want him to summon somebody else before he uses his spell. At least. Yep. Now their side of the board's getting busier. And hey, they freed up a new slot. I get to attack them twice per turn now. Yay. He only gets to do it once. I should probably hold off as long as possible. If they make the mistake of attacking me enough that I'll actually get 2 open slots, then I can just use the horn. Not beyond reason. Yeah, they keep seizing people. There's a decent chance I'll get to use the horn. I just have to keep an eye on her. If she takes damage, I need to use her ability because she might get seized the next turn because she's the biggest threat. But as of right now, I don't think they have the ability to just kill her, so she's mostly okay. And now she's even more okay. She's still not red. 2 16s. Seize another unit, I dare you. There they go. Alright. Time for you. No, a drummer. Well, at least it's an order.
Left, right.
Right, yeah, I don't have to use it immediately. I can use it once they open another slot by seizing somebody again. And then once everyone's red, I can use the bomb and Isabel to clean up the entire enemy team. And then they'll probably have one or two more turns of cards to play. Oh, they didn't seize anybody. Dang. Anyway. It's startling when that happens. How you guys feeling? It's only 16 to 154. You guys got this. No, I don't want to pass. You can do it. Oh, it was going to be another stray of Spalla. It makes sense though. I have to pass because playing a card from your hand is part of having a turn. That's why if I ever do any orders or my hero ability, it then makes me play a card from my hand, even if I was planning on passing. Because playing a card from your hand is a mandatory part of the turn. Even if they do let you do stuff first. Stocking up. Fights are going relatively quickly at the moment. Glusty Warp. Oh, is that the creature that ate that guy? It looks like an angry... Wait, yeah, that's like a swamp cockroach. Is what it kind of looks like overall. Creepy. It's for the multiplayer card game. So it's not for now. Not here.